everyone. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. If you haven't been here in one of the streams until today and this moment, welcome on in. Happy New Year. We are happy to be here today, and I did put it in the title, but this is actually our only Wednesday Q&A in January, so
Sorry.
we're
I'm
very
going out of
happy
town
to
next
see
week.
you.
Oh, we do have a Friday stream as well. I'm
Yes.
doing Final Fantasy next Friday, so
Well,
and
this
that's the only Friday stream
This
that
Friday,
I have.
right? Yeah.
Yes, this Friday. Yeah. Oh, did I
Yeah.
say something else?
You said next Friday, and I was like,
Oh, sorry. This Friday. This Friday.
Yeah. So yeah, hi everyone, welcome. I see we have a ton of questions flooding in here, so I'm gonna get to the rules so that we can start getting to these questions. First and foremost here, we give priority to the bit messages and super chats, since that is some real world money spent. Towards the end of stream, we may have time for regular chat questions from YouTube or highlighted questions from Twitch. But we prioritize the bit messages and super chats. Please do not repeat yourself over and over again. You can get timed out or even banned if you're going to continuously do that. So just don't, okay? We prioritize on the YouTube side of things super chats that are $5 and over. We just get such a large volume of questions that this is a way that we can prioritize and still get through them and get to some of those non-paid questions.
Anyway,
Towards the end of stream, if we have time, sorry, someone just did a 69-month resubscription and we got the, anyway, how's your sex life? That distracted me. When we get towards the end of stream, we will read any super chats that are less than $5. But yes, we will prioritize $5 and over first. Please watch the length of your questions. The longer it is, the faster I have to read it, the more likely it is that we are going to miss the point and we do not have time to go back and figure out what you were trying to say. So short and to the point is better. Along those same lines, if you absolutely must break up your message into multiple parts, please keep it to 3 absolute maximum. Again, we just don't have time to figure out how part 2 relates to what you're trying to say in part 12 and figuring all of that out. So 3 absolute max, please. Also along those same lines, please keep it to 1 question per bit message or super chat. We have over 100 people combined in between Twitch and YouTube here. So it's just not fair if you get to ask 5 in one and other people haven't even had a chance to ask a single one. So 1 question per bit message or super chat. Please, no spoilers. Not everyone has had a chance to sit down and watch all 10 million hours of Stranger Things, okay? Some of us aren't keeping up with Fallout, all right? Just no spoilers.
I'm behind up. I've actually seen more Fallout this year than I have a Stranger Thing. I haven't seen any of the last season yet.
Oh, really?
I haven't, so yeah.
It's a lot.
I hear it's overwhelmingly all right.
That's a good way to put it. I think that's everything. I think we did. All right, great, cool. Let's get to it then. LPD the Actor, thank you so much for that 76-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Can't wait to see what month of you have this coming March. Also, have you heard or played the movie tie-in game of Dennis the Menace by any chance?
No, I remember seeing it when I was growing up, but I never played it. In terms of the theme month, for members get to vote on what the theme month is. We have like 4 or 5 to vote on. So yeah, you get to choose. So if you want a choice in that, you want to, make your voice heard, become a member. Maybe you can get there.
That's membership over on YouTube, not on Twitch.
Yes,
membership
on
over on YouTube.
Thanks for clarifying.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Happy 2026, Doug. Thank you so much for fulfilling my request and reviewing Brazil. Can I now persuade you to review Arthur Christmas in honor of its 15th anniversary?
Yeah.
Great.
I already had on the list I was going to do it this year, so yeah.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. One Battle After Another is now on HBO Max. Have you watched it yet? And if so, what do you think?
I did. I did like it. I'm gonna do a video probably tomorrow, just catching up on big films that came out in 2025, just my quick thoughts on them. And I did enjoy it. With what everybody was talking about going into it, I was getting more and more concerned, but I like that director. He does really good stuff, and this was another good one.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the $20 super chat. If I had
Woo.
directed Wake Up Dead Man, then when Judd tells Cy that his inheritance is in Christ, Cy would have asked what that means. Judd would have said it means focusing less on money and more on spiritual wealth.
There you go. Not bad
Anyway,
line.
how is your sex life?
Frank, thank you for the $5 super chat. Who do you think is a better twist villain and why? Stinky Pete or Lotso Huggin' Bear?
Oh, Stinky Pete, a lot more. Well, because they already did it with him, and they just do it again in Toy Story 3. So I don't know. I found that pretty underwhelming. They definitely try to make him more menacing, uh, and maybe a little bit more, give him a little bit more of a sad backstory, I guess. But again, all I'm thinking is like, I just saw this in the last movie, so I don't know. If they didn't do it in Toy Story 2, maybe I would like the villain fine. But yeah, just even like the outcome that he has is kind of similar to Stinky Pete. So yeah, that I didn't get into that character too much.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the $5 super chat. Avengers Month?
That is one of the choices. So if you want to see it, go vote.
Koopa Dude, thank you for the $5 super chat. Something to consider for a future Disney-cember. Miramax distributed 4 of the Pokemon movies, specifically Forever, through Destiny
Anyway, how is your sex life?
Deoxys?
Uh, maybe. You know, I was kind of toying around with the idea of doing those for, you know, maybe Nostalgia Critic, but again, I don't know much about Pokemon, so like maybe it make more sense as a Disney December. I'll put that down as a possibility.
There are so many people resubscribing at 69 months, and it is hilarious right now. Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. Hi, Doug, and hi, Heather. Have either of you seen the trailer for the new Lord and Miller comedy, The Sheep Detectives? It seems like a nice little herder mystery starring Bella Ramsey and the Wolverine. It's a movie no one should feel sheepish about seeing, as it looks like it'll be sheer fun and unbelievable. Maybe some characters will go on the lam. You guys keep doing what you're doing. You rock.
You know, if the writing is like that, I'm definitely not interested. No, I actually didn't know that was Lord and Miller. That's interesting. That actually made me more interested once you said that. I saw the trailer. It looked cute. Honestly, better than I thought it would be. Just looking at the little description and everything. But yeah, it looks all right. But now knowing that, I do kind of want to see it more. And yeah, I am starting to think all of these casting choices were just so they can make those puns.
Yes, yes. And here is what I have to say about that.
No.
You can't hear it, Doug, but I clicked a button on my soundboard. That was
Gotcha.
a sheep going, no! The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Happy 2026, Douglas the Menace and Heather Wilson. Hope you both are doing amazing. Thoughts on Sebastian Stan being cast as Two-Face?
I didn't know that's who he was playing. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, it's not something that like jumps out like it has to be him, but I can see that. Yeah, I'm down. He's a good actor.
Jimmy, thank you for the $5 super chat. After years of agonizing over my hairline, I chose to shave it all off. Best decision I ever made.
One of the best decisions I ever made. I wish I did this when I was a teen because I could just never figure out what to do with my hair. It was always so thin; it would just flop. It was already going back anyway, and oh my god, life is going to be so much easier.
Headshot, thank you for the $5 super chat. After watching the Brave review, I gotta ask, what you really expect Merida to do? Punch out Mordu like she's not a fighting against a 700-pound grizzly?
No, but I mean, the whole thing is that she's smarter than, you know, she isn't just someone to be married and stuff. She's smarter than that and all that stuff. So why not come up with some traps or inventive ways? Or even they have a thing later where where she's diplomatic, where she like discusses you know, an alternative and it leads to a peaceful route. Like I'm not saying necessarily do that with, you know, this killer bear or whatever, but maybe she could like outwit him somehow because like he's just become so corrupted. He is basically a beast. So she could use her intelligence to that, you know, and also, you know, maybe some bow and arrow stuff because they're just building up the bow and arrow and it just never goes anywhere. So I don't know, not that she has to be like Mulan or anything like that, but like just something.
Crunch Along, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you consider adding Edgar Wright month to either this year or next year's poll? That way you could give Hot Fuzz a full review.
Man, I guess I could. There just be. I'm already trying to figure out how to do Arthur Christmas. It's almost like Brazil was like, training wheels for doing Arthur Christmas and then something like that. But I also did Across the Spider-Verse, which just had so much. So I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at doing movies where there's just so much going on. I'm trying to point out as much as I can. So man, a whole month of that though, I don't know. Let me see how well I get through Arthur Christmas first.
I Know a Guy, thank you for becoming a member for 23 months over on
You.
YouTube. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Have you heard of the British show Taskmaster? And if so, thoughts? Also, Jackass 5 is coming out the same day as Supergirl. That'll be a fun double feature.
They're making a Jackass 5. I hate how excited I am for that. I love the Jackass movies. It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I should probably stop at 3, but man, if they want to keep going, I will always show up. They are just so much fun. That's some of the most fun I have in a movie theater is seeing those movies. But it's a shame they're doing it at the same time as Supergirl. I yeah, come on. They can. I mean, movies, I always say movies are struggling and everything. Does it really make sense to have them on the same day? Don't you want them all to be successful? I don't know. That's a weird choice, but I'm excited for both.
And have you heard of the British show Taskmaster?
Oh, I haven't. I'm sorry.
Kevin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Sai would have said, if worshiping Christ means giving up money, then maybe I would rather follow the devil.
Good light.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug and Heather, Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a nice Christmas, rest of 2025, New Year's Eve, and are having a good 2026 so far. Looking forward to what Channel Awesome gives us this year.
Yeah, back at you. Hope you had great all those as well. And yeah, I have nothing. I'm retiring right now. I'm just announcing it. No, we'll get
oh my gosh, Doug, don't scare us like that.
No. We'll get some good stuff.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. Hi, Doug. I finished watching Freakazoid, and as someone who loves creative, chaotic absurdism, it's become one of my new favorite shows. It's like Bruce Timm meets Animaniacs meets Monty Python. After seeing your review on it with the show's developers, I was curious, what are your real thoughts on Freakazoid, and would you like to see him finally get that movie deal?
I mean, a lot of it's what I said in the show. I did enjoy it. The only thing I didn't always get into was some of the jokes that just repeat the same thing over and over. I know it's ironic me saying that because I've done so many long running jokes and everything, but that was the only thing. Like the I am moron, like I couldn't stand that character. Like those kind of jokes I couldn't get into. But yeah, ones that just go totally bonkers crazy, like the very first episode. Probably the best episode is the first one, but there are some really decent ones in there. Yeah, those I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but I definitely enjoyed the majority of it.
Movie Lover, thank you for that 11-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Just 1 month away from a whole year. Anyway, Doug, who is the better Disney villain? Mother Gothel from Tangled or Prince Hans from Frozen?
Probably Mother Gothel, just because she was allowed to be a villain more. And Hans is fine. He's a fine twist villain. It kind of caught everybody by surprise. So, that was one of the actually really effective ones. But he seemed more like he was constructed to get the message across. Like the character's still not bad, but at the end of the day, that's why he's a twist villain, to get across this message. Where Mother Gothel is an interesting character, on top of all that. I think just the overall backstory in Tangled is so good. And Tangled is such a good story.
Yeah, it is.
The way they structured it. And yeah, just the second they introduce her and they see her, approaching the flower and everything, you just get what this character's about very, very quickly.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you watched the new film Marty Supreme? It's easily one of my favorites of the year. Timothy Chalamet is absolutely magnetic.
No, I probably should. I'll probably stream it when it comes out. I don't know how much of a big screen movie it is, but but maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. I've heard good things. I know one friend who's also a critic who didn't like it, but he's like the only one who didn't like it. And honestly, hearing that kind of makes me want to see it more so I can draw my own conclusion. So, yeah, I'll get to it at some point.
Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 500 bits. Happy 2026 to Doug and Heather. I hope you both had a pleasant Christmas and New Year's. What did you guys think of the final Stranger Things season?
I didn't see. I haven't even started the first episode of the final season, so I got to get around to it. I'm hearing mixed things about it, which doesn't mean I won't watch it. I have seen the other season, so I should watch this. I'm just not in a rush because I also know they're very long episodes, and I really do feel like this could have just been 3 seasons. So I'm like, all right, so I'm not gonna Cobra Kai it. It hasn't like completely lost me. I'm like, no, I will finish it up. I'm not in a rush.
Deb the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. What are 5 of your favorite books of all time? Maybe let's do 3.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. 2 of them are kind of similar because they involve talking animals. It's Jungle Book and Animal Farm. I really love. And then aside from that, maybe Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I'll go with those. And I don't know. I should really sit down and think about like what my absolute favorite was. Like maybe of Mice and Men. That's pretty great. Yeah, no, there's a lot of good ones out there.
Honest Reviewer, thank you for that 44-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Sup, Doug and Heather. Doug, for this year's Disney-cember, can finally check out Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I've been requesting it for years.
I'll see what I can do. I got a couple shows already lined up that other people have been requesting for a while. But that is one I've gotten a request for. So if I was gonna say if there's a hard copy of it, but then again, a lot of the shows I've done, I haven't necessarily need hard copies of. So I'll try to look into it.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the $10 super chat. Then Bishop Langstrom, played by Jeffrey Wright, would have pointed out that the devil is imprisoned, frozen forever in the ring of betrayal, so he can't do anything for Psy.
Yeah, all right. I think I liked the couple before, but I'm assuming there's going to be more, so I'll see where it goes.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen Paul Feig's latest film, The Housemaid, yet? And if so, I thought it was a lot of fun, and Amanda Seyfried's, thank you, performance is amazing.
Yeah, I like that. That's one of the movies I'm going to talk about when I do my recap. I liked going in not knowing he was the director because we saw the trailer, we thought it looked kind of interesting, so we went to watch it, and my audience again did not put together that it was a comedy at first. And they were just like, they were thinking all the little sections where the character just appears behind her and the music goes Chun was supposed to be like a legit thriller. And again, my wife and I are just laughing like, no, this has to be intentional. And as it went on, it got crazier and crazier. It also got darker and darker, but it got crazier and crazier that then people started to laugh and they're like, oh, this is supposed to be. I'm like, yeah, you should. Why weren't you laughing before? But yeah, I did enjoy it.
Jimmy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Which baddie has better CGI, Thanos or Davy Jones?
I'll say Thanos because the design of him allows a little bit more expression. And even though Davy Jones looks great, it's sort of the further down those tentacles go, the more kind of fake they look. Where with Thanos, like most of him looks pretty real, pretty legit. Or if he doesn't look real, it's not distracting when that happens. Where with Davy Jones, I think the tentacles always moving around as they get lower and lower, but look a little faker. But he still looks phenomenal. Everybody knows how great the character looks. But yeah, I'll say Thanos.
A Pagan Priest, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, so if you had to pick 3 movies to erase from the surface of history, to completely erase your memories of ever having wasted time of your life on them, what would they be?
Was it 1 or 3?
3.
Or what was it? Man, I don't know. It's funny because it'd probably be something boring, but then it kind of feels like they're erasing themselves from history already doing that. All right, I'm trying to think of like unpleasant one. I'll go with the ones that I've mentioned before. Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids, Cat in the Hat. I don't know. What was my other number? And the Nutcracker 3D. I guess I'll go with those because those were pretty painful.
I know, guys. Thank you for that 69-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Nice. Anyway, please tell me you saw the latest Smurfs movie is definitely the worst one by far.
That's what I heard. I haven't because, well, I heard it's the worst one by far. But I've also missed out on like the one before it. Maybe I should put those on the list actually, because
Just to
the
torture
Smurf movies for
yourself.
whatever reasons do well. So yeah, maybe I should get to those actually.
Frank, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on the movie Marty Supreme?
I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. I hear it's good, but yeah, I haven't checked it out.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. In The Irishman, how would you rank the performances of Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci? I still find it hard to believe that it was Pacino's first time working with Scorcese.
Boy, you're right.
So I
I didn't
was like, I
realize
thought
that.
you were frozen for a second
No,
there.
I didn't really think about that. I'm like, is it? Oh my god, you're right. I was just really surprised by that. Can't believe I never put that together. I don't know. I mean, I liked him. I like Jack Nicholson, but I thought he was a better Hoffa than Nicholson was. Um, yeah, I don't know. In terms of ranking them, I mean, probably order you just said, De Niro, Pacino, and Pesci. I mean, but they're all wonderful in it. Yeah, no, I thought, with the exception of some of the de-aging when De Niro has to do something physical, like kick a guy that just looks very obviously fake, or like an old man is doing it. Everything I thought was totally convincing, and yeah, I really, really like that movie.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather and Mighty Nine, what do you think of Trent Ickathon? Do you think he's a good villain? I think he's everything a villain needs to be. Interesting, intimidating, and extremely easy to hate. Yeah, I'm really enjoying him as a villain because he's just the right level of unhinged. You know how it's like sometimes a villain is just unhinged enough to be like super evil, but not enough so where you question why anyone would follow him. You know what I mean? He's the right amount of unhinged. And he's got like that singular focus that I really like, where like he's got a purpose and he will do anything to achieve that purpose. So yeah, no, I enjoy him as a villain for sure. Kevin Lane, thank you for the $10 super chat. Also, thank you for that chaplain. And even if he could, Langstrom doubts he would, since Psy would probably be of no use to him at all, like being in a dying single-floor mall with less than $1 and change in your pocket.
Very specific line, but okay.
Jacob, thank you for the $5 super chat. Evening, Doug and Heather. Hope 2026 is off to a decent start for y'all. Doug, after hearing your worst picks, what was your favorite film of 2025?
Probably The Long Walk. I go back and forth between that and Sinners, but it's funny because whenever I think of it, it's like I always go to Sinners because that was such a big one, and then I'm like, but there's another movie. What is it? What is it? And then I always remember it's The Long Walk, and I'm trying to get that in my memory. No, Long Walk, that's the one. That's the one. Because when I left the theater, I was just like, whoa! I just felt like I just went on this incredible, heartbreaking journey, but still just this amazing experience. I don't know. When I think of like a Stephen King story and like his prose and why people do enjoy reading him so much and why he does leave an impact with people, like, and they're just not able to capture that in film most of the time. This really captured it. It really felt like I was just reading a Stephen King story, like a visual story of his, which is very difficult to do. And I was just invested. I was heartbroken. It was fascinating. It was funny as well. Everything just hit the right note for me.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, please watch the 1997 Borrowers movie and maybe do an NC. It's one of my most nostalgic films, and it would come full circle for me as a fan.
All right.
Okay. Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Since you've been watching The Simpsons season 33, what did you think of the two-part episode, A Serious Flanders?
I liked it. I liked it was different. I'm not gonna pretend it was like one of my favorites of the season, but like if somebody did say it was, I would get it because it is so stylized and it's a very complicated one, which is kind of nice to see Simpsons try something like that. It was good. It's just not my thing. It's not the one that I gravitated towards the most, but I enjoyed it.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. So I watched the 2015 Blumhouse film The Gift and was blown away. Very underrated. Have either of you seen the film, and what do you think?
Let me make sure it's the one I'm thinking of. The Gift Bloomhouse. Yes, I agree. It is a fantastic film. One of the reasons I think it's not talked about is because the title is so generic, and my brother just had made the best joke about it because when we saw the trailer, they're like, "What's that guy's name? His name is Gordo. Have you seen Gordo? Who's Gordo? Gordo was a kid I grew up with years ago, and now he's bad. You know, Gordo. Who was? It's Gordo." They say over and over Gordo, and then they get to the title, The Gift. Why wasn't it called Gordo? That's a perfect title. No other movie is called Gordo. It's such a weird name. I don't know why they missed that opportunity. But yes, it is very, very underrated. It's a very, very good movie.
Jimmy, thank you for the $5 super chat. What do you think of Norman Osborn in Spider-Man PS4? He's my favorite version, and I cannot wait to see him become Green Goblin.
In terms of favorite, I guess we're not counting the comics. Yeah, probably. Because they didn't allow him to do more in the Spectacular Spider-Man show. I guess I gotta go with that too. But I was liking sort of the different angle they were doing with that. But yeah, I think making him Venom just made so much sense. And it really is one of those where when I go back to Spider-Man 3, I'm like, yeah, why didn't they do that? That was such an obvious, fix up that would just sewn up so many loose ends. And yeah, it's so strange they didn't go that route. But yeah, it was like one of those incredibly obvious things. I'm like, oh yeah, wait, didn't think of this before.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the $5 super chat. Heather, Doug, what do you two think about my mall analogy?
I feel like you've had better. It's not like bad. I think for something like with the others you were doing and talking about, I thought those were stronger. But it's you know what it is when talking about like God and the devil and all that stuff. You want something that feels a little bit more potent. And the ones you had before, I thought were closer to that. That's something a little bit more like I don't know, like a kid going into an arcade and he doesn't have enough money, something like that, like a smaller setup where when you're talking about the God and devil and like the analogies you had before, I thought that was a little stronger.
Elite Gamer, thank you for that 40-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Hello, Heather the Menace, and Mr. Critic. Wow, 40 crazy months with y'all. Sincerely, thank you for being a place where I can go and hang out with so many amazing people who love and appreciate nerdy and pop culture related media. One question for you, Doug. Where's Chaplin? Just kidding. Real question is, what's your most anticipated movie for 2026?
I gotta look over the list again, but it was actually they're both Spider-Man. The more I think about it, the Tom Holland one, and then is the Spider-Verse one coming out this year or is it next year?
I don't remember.
I know they keep pushing it back, which again I'm always like
it might be pushed to 2027.
But yeah, in that case, I'll say the Tom Holland the Spider-Man. I really liked that last one, so I'm very curious to see where they go with it.
Chad is saying 2027 for the next.
It is okay. So yeah, I guess I'll say the Tom Holland one then. But again, I don't have a list in front of me, so. And I'm a little curious about the new Mario movie too.
Blaine, thank you for the $10 super chat. In the past, you've said you're not the biggest anime guy, but have you seen Ghost Stories? Seems like your kind of show.
Yeah, that's the one with the funny dub, right?
Yes, the infamous, yeah.
Yeah, my thoughts are your thoughts. It's hilarious. The story behind it is just so funny. And how they randomly drop in those lines just kind of out of nowhere to it. So you're expecting it, but you don't know where they're going to pop up. And that just makes it so much funnier. It's a blast.
The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. My birthday is in 6 days, and it's gonna be a sad one. Gonna be saying goodbye to my beautiful 20s. I'm gonna be an old man soon. Lol.
Oh man, I'm in my 40s, man. I'm coming up on my mid 40s. How do you think I feel? I'm still wearing like X-Men shirts and shit. So yeah, I mean, you know the line, growing old is inevitable, growing up is optional. So yeah, just hold on to that.
Levi, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube for 12 months. Appreciate that. Welcome
Thank you.
back. If you do a Sonic month, the 3 Sonic movies and Knuckles, would you consider having special guests who know the game lore like LS Mark or Chari5?
Um, Man, for the whole month, that'd be tricky. I don't know. I guess I'm not closed off to the idea. Just yeah, if I was to do a whole theme month, that'd be a lot of work, and both on me and whoever I'm doing the crossover with. So I don't know. We'll see.
Ye Old Sea Witch, thank you for the $5 super
Mhm.
chat. Doug, have you ever considered reviewing Balto 3, just for the sake of completing the trilogy? It's the one with the sultry singing goose girl B-plot.
uh, I love how you said that. Like, of course I've seen Balto 3. But given what I've seen, like one night, the more I think about it, no, I haven't seen it. Balto 2 didn't do anything crazy, unless it suddenly shot up in the numbers, which it could have. There's a lot of reviews that come out that sometimes I think are a hit, and then years later I'll see, oh, like it didn't grow beyond that, and others that started as a flop and then really grew over the years. So I'll revisit it and see how that one did.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the film Out of Sight 1998? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I like it. I'll say this: when it came out, for some reason, people were nuts about it. All the critics, especially. I'm just like, "Oh, no, it's good. It's a good stylized film. I guess I didn't get like the obsession over it, but it is a film I've gone back to quite a bit. The style is very cool. The actors are very likable. I'm a complete sucker for somebody. A good person chasing a bad person, chasing a criminal, and they fall in love. It's so stupid, but I love those because I was like, well, what are they gonna do, and how loyal are they to their duty and stuff like that, and how much will the criminal turn good for this person? I love those setups.
They had the
So
to give
yeah,
one of
I
the
enjoyed it, and it's
greatest
funny too.
superheroes
And like I
of
said,
all
the
time,
style is
a
really really
bat
cool. So yeah, I enjoyed
credit
it.
card.
Quite a bit.
No,
Someone gave a 10,000 bits, and I'm letting the back credit card rant go through. Amazing. Dragon's Toy, thank you for that 69-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. 69 months. Am I right, boys? Since I know Heather had a very nice holiday, Doug, I hope you did too. And you enjoyed your tiny Rice Krispie treat? That
I
shirt
did.
screamed you at me, Doug.
Yeah, no, that was I still got it in the closet there. And yeah, man, everybody, I have 3 boxes of Christmas Crunch left. That means there was more given to me. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, I'm just gonna have to get used to the fact that sugar is just gonna be given to me. With that said, it was very, very good. Rob was talking about, because obviously you got some for him too. Is it brown?
Brown
Was it
butter.
brown sugar? Brown butter.
Brown
Okay, I
butter.
didn't even know that was a thing. So because every time I've had it, I'm like, man, it tastes so good. Why does this taste so especially good? Maybe that's it. And also, it's made with love. So, yeah, no, definitely. Thank you so much again.
89 Sigma, thank you for the $20 super chat. Mr. Walker, I have an idea for a post-credit scene for Dennis the Menace. When Switchblade Sam goes to prison, he meets Harry and Marv. He asks them why they were there and tell him a kid caught them. He starts having PTSD.
It's funny you mentioned that, because somebody sent in the comments, I guess, Lloyd was one of the actors asked to be one of the Wet Bandits, and he turned it down. And after that film became a big hit, he went to why am I blanking out his name? Wrote Home Alone and Dennis the Menace. John Hughes went to him and said, hey, anything you need me for, I'm down. So he basically wrote almost the exact same role for him in Dennis the Menace, and that one wasn't as big a hit. So yeah, that would be very fitting.
Jacob, thank you for the $10 super chat. Last year, I had the pleasure of being the proofreader for Brad Jones's book, Skinamax. I know it's been out for a bit, but could I please get you to say, go check out Skinamax today?
Go check out Skinamax today. The book, not the channel, because I don't think you can check out the channel anymore. But no, his I feel bad because I'm still trying to get back into reading, and I did get the first one, the class of was it 86? I forget what it was, but and I started reading it again. My brain was just mush when I was starting to read it. So I'm like, oh dang it. And everyone tells me not only are the books good, but they get better and better with each book that he does, because he does read the criticisms. And if he agrees with them, he's like, "Nah, that's a good point." Like he does try to change it up a bit. So I think that's really cool that he does that. And they're just such great ideas. I don't know. Every one of those titles, I think, just it makes people want to go, "What's this about?"
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Star Wars, what do you think of Tarkin?
Uh, Tarkin's Peter Cushing, right?
I believe
Um,
so.
I'll double check. Just makes Star Wars Tarkin. Oh yeah, he's great, even though overwhelmingly the majority of it is because of Peter Cushing's performance. He's just doing his usual Peter Cushing thing. He doesn't need to do anything else. He's just so naturally fun and interesting and kind of creepy, but very sophisticated as well. So, yeah, not that the writing for him is bad, but he is what makes that character. So yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. So I rewatched the Bill and Ted movies lately, and I can't tell you how much I loved Bogus Journey, one of the most creative sequels out there, which is amazing since it came out in the 90s. What do you think of Bogus Journey, and do you have a favorite in the franchise?
I did do a video actually on both of them. I talk about both movies. It's like when I was a kid, I didn't like it because I don't know there are too many things I thought didn't work, but watching it again years later, I do like how creative it is. The stuff that doesn't work still doesn't work, but there's a lot of stuff in there that is just so unique and so odd that it does kind of help. It does acquit itself a little bit. I think the first one's still the best. And then between 2 and 3, I don't know. They're kind of different. Which one I like more? Probably Bogus Journey. I think it's 1, 2, 3 is are probably the ones I like. I don't know. I gotta watch them again.
Big Mac, thank you for that 69-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. I can't catch the whole stream, but I just had to pop in for the big 6-9. Ho wink.
Oh, Ink. Thank you so much.
Jay Oliver, thank you for the $5 super chat. I have not heard this. Doug, please acknowledge the rumors going around you being a groiper.
I don't know what that is.
I doubt Doug even knows who Nick Fuentes is.
I've heard that name, but I don't know
it's
why I
very,
know him.
very, very far right, like very far right, alt-right content.
You know what? I think that's okay. Well, we're going down some sad territory here with people getting shot and everything. But I think that's where I first heard the word. In fact, I think I saw a video of somebody doing a reaction to like somebody trying to figure out what Groiper is, and the person is just like, no, man, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. And I think I was in the same, but I think I did look it up and saw what it was, and I just forgot what it was already because that's just already kind of not my world. So yeah, so maybe that's your proof that I don't even know what it is.
The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Since an NC for Greatest Showman seems out of the question by now, I remind you that movie is a Disney movie. Disney December.
I was thinking about that. Well, because originally I was like, oh, I want to talk about this for NC because it is just so bonkers and it's not good, but it's great, if that makes sense. But it is one of those where I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have like the energy for it or whatever. And then yeah, I think somebody did bring up like, that Foxtail. It's just like I could talk about it there. So I'll get in one of them. I'll either do Disney Summer or Nostalgia Critic because it is a blast.
Jager, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, if I wanted to get into the films of Miyazaki, what would you recommend starting with?
It kind of depends on your personality. If you want something that's just super imaginative, I probably say Spirited Away. If you want something that's more laid back and low key, but just incredibly charming, I probably say Kiki's Delivery Service. If you want something that it definitely has some layers to it in what it's trying to say, I probably say Princess Mononoke. So one of those three.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. So my favorite series in the Mass comics is Strikes Back due to its inventive and insane artwork, as well as its focus on multiple different storylines. What did you think of that series, and do you have a favorite Mask story?
I like it. I There's a pro and con that they made it right after the movie came out, and it's very obvious.
I was frozen
They're
today.
really trying to bank more on the style of the movie, which is quite different. But it is good, and my favorite is probably The Mask Returns. That one, even though the first half with the gangster, we've kind of seen before. We've seen somebody put on the mask and do bad, but when was it Kathy? Is that her name? When she puts it on, and she's fighting Walter and everything, that's just the coolest. Like I want to see this as a movie just so I can see that fight because that's one of the coolest fights I've ever seen. So yeah, probably The Mask Returns is my personal favorite.
On a Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. It's the Comedy Central roast of Doug Walker. Hey, Doug's made more failed memes than Disney's made orphans. Doug's
Yeah.
botched more streams than an 80-year-old with a bladder infection.
frozen
Seriously, Doug,
today.
you're always fun and entertaining. Happy New Year, and thanks for letting me up on the stage tonight.
Well, thank you so much, you son of a bitch. No, no, thank you.
No
so
swearing,
much.
Doug?
Son of a.
I was
Feasting.
No way around that.
today.
Beasting, yes. I mean, it is technically just a female dog. I mean, I got a little husky puppy right here, and I think he's female. So, yep, there's so many things about that didn't work.
Justin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do you consider Pixar Soul practically G or deserving of a PG?
I can't remember anything that warranted a PG. Yeah, I just call it G. I guess I'd have to watch it again, but I don't know. I think it was G.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Steven Universe, what do you think of Pearl?
Oh, Pearl's great. Yeah, that was Rob's favorite character. He loved any time there's a Pearl episode. Yeah, no, she's a great, what would you call it? When you got part of the group, like, one person's the brains, one person's the mouth, one person's the, the strength and all that. Like, she fits that archetype very well, but she's still very interesting. She isn't just, that one note. There's a lot to her, especially when you know the backstory and the way her kind of treated and everything. So, no, very good character.
Trip, thank you for the $5 super chat. No spoilers, but do you think Mike's theory about 11 in the Stranger Things finale is legit?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry.
Jacob, thank you for the $10 super chat. Have you ever seen or heard of the 1943 World War II survival film Sahara? It stars Humphrey Bogart. There was a 1995 remake with James Belushi in the lead. Both versions are very decent war films.
I know the original. I have not seen. I know it's like a classic. I actually haven't seen that many Humphrey Bogart films, and I probably should. Yeah, and the same thing with John Wayne. I know they're both very talented and everything, but I just haven't seen that many films with him, and that's one I probably should check out because I hear it's really well done.
I was frozen today.
LHRPG, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, critic, any way we could get a review of the 2020 remake of Children of the Corn? I think you could have a lot of fun with it. It is god-awful.
Maybe. I remember Brad talking about it, saying it was really, really bad. We'll see. That'd be a bad idea. Yeah, the one I did years ago, it still does really, really well. So yeah, would make sense.
Smash Ultra, thank you for the 59 NOK through Super Chat. So what month will it be? MCU, Star Wars prequel, Sonic trilogy, Madagascar, or the Lego movies month?
One of those is in it. One of those kind of is in there for people to choose from. And if you want to have, a say in the choice, become a member, because like I said, we are going to do a vote on that.
Yeah, member on YouTube.
On YouTube, yes, thank you.
Late Night Nut Job, thank you for the 500 bits. I know I've asked this last year, but could you please do an Emesis Blue Nostalgia Critic for Nostalgia Critic? I'm asking now before you have the rest of Nostalgiaween planned.
I'll see. I remember you recommending it. I just don't know if many people would click on. I like to do a half and half of something that I want to talk about and something I think people would click on. I could be wrong. I'll look into it again. I do remember looking into it and it looked interesting. So maybe I'll look into it again.
Will, thank you for the $10 super chat. Did you know that there's a British Dennis the Menace that premiered the exact same date, March 12th, 1951, as the American Dennis the Menace. What's the difference? I don't know.
I did know there was another one, and I know it was a coincidence. I did not know they premiered on the same day. That's very interesting. It's not surprising that there's another one that just seems like such a common name. If it just sounds like something that would be a kid. I think he's a teen in the British one, and he definitely looks more rotten than like the American one is. Oh golly gee, he's just trying to be nice and he messes up. Where this one looks like he's a troublemaker. Though I haven't read it. If you show me a picture of him, I know what he looks like. But no, I didn't know they came out the same day. That's really, really interesting.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you gotten around to seeing the second and third seasons of Invincible?
No, I saw a whole bunch of stuff too while I had time off, but that was one of the ones I did not get around to, sadly.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Happy New Year, everyone. Have either of you seen Song Sung Blue? It's really good.
Oh,
I don't know. I have not
song
seen it.
Sung Blue?
Yeah, Song Sung Blue.
Oh, that's right. No, it looked good. Again, it doesn't necessarily look like it's aimed at me, but I like those people. Yeah, I'll maybe one day I'll check it out.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the psychological thriller Pi? P.I.?
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one it is.
Yeah, it's Pi. Yes, it's very, very good. I like that film a lot. It's another good example of how do you make a film with very, very little money? You just be very, very clever with your style and your idea. And yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
The Disney Nerd, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. Welcome, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Obro Productions, thank you for becoming a member for 12 months over on YouTube. Welcome back,
Thank you.
appreciate it. I know you didn't get into Moral Oral, but I recommend sticking with it. It's a precursor to deceptively depressing shows like BoJack Horseman.
That's what I heard. Everyone I talk to though, because they do say it gets really good, but I do say, is it kind of just this one joke, just sort of, crapping on Christianity and stuff like that? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna act like there aren't things you can't criticize and everything, but it's just so one note. That I don't know. If I'm gonna do something pessimistic, I want it to be pessimistic about a lot of things. You know what I mean? That's one of the things I like about BoJack. Yes, it's about Hollywood, but it's also about egotism and people that are trying to get out of a rut but can't, and then their own self doing. I mean, there's like so many layers to it, and I'm sure there are layers to Moral Oral. Everyone said there is. I'm sure of it. But yeah, I just tried the first maybe 2 or 3 episodes. I'm just like, I don't know. It's just not. I acknowledge it's good. It just wasn't winning me over. So it's unlikely, but I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get curious enough and check it all out.
What up, JD? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite Steven Universe song?
Probably It's Over, isn't it? Oh, which is a Pearl song. And yeah, I love that. I mean, so many of those songs I feel like could be like Broadway songs, but that one especially, I just thought like, man, that's like, as soon as I heard it, I like got a recording of it. And I would just listen to it every once in a while in my car. It was just really, really good.
Alex Loves Musicals, thank you for the 500 bits. For the theme month, could the Hunger Games movies be an option for voters to vote for, especially since the new movie is coming out this year?
Yeah, but there I would have to just do the first 4 because I know there's another one. And that's the thing too. When there's more coming out, it always feels weird. Though I guess I am doing that for Avengers, aren't I? I don't know. I don't have a diehard passion to talk about them. I mean, they're good. I like them, but I don't know. I'll put it down. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
Tony, thank you for the $10 super chat. Plans for NC/Disney-cember reviews of any of the remaining Marvel films: Punisher Warzone, X-Men First Class, Days of Future Past, The Wolverine, Deadpool, Venom 2 and 3, Captain America 4.
Was Venom? No, Venom was Sony. Oh, but I guess we're talking about Marvel. That's true because you're right. But I thought I was talking more like Marvel in the MCU, but did I? I don't know. I usually lean towards that, though. I know like Iron Man and I think Incredible Hulk weren't. Well, but it's the MCU, but Disney didn't own it yet. I'll look into it, and maybe there's something there.
Derek, thank you. Or sorry, Dark. Totally misread that. Dark Creeks, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on Trading Places? I watched it recently and enjoyed it quite a bit.
That's the Dan Aykroyd movie, right? Hold on, Trading
I'm not
Places.
sure.
Yes, I remember really liking it, but I haven't seen it in a very, very long time. But when I saw it, I remember it being really, really good. It's funny when I heard the title, I'm like, I confused it for Trading Lanes for some reason, the Ben Affleck Samuel L. Jackson movie, which I guess in some respects it's almost kind of like that, but yeah, quite different in many other respects. So I remember it being good, but I haven't seen it in a long, long time.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Star Trek The Next Generation, what do you think of Troy and Riker's romance?
I liked it. I like they do give it an ending for all the problems that the movies have. Uh, in Next Gen, I do like that something they brought back. They're like, okay, we're at least finishing this up. Like this at least has an ending, a solid ending. So that was kind of nice to see. But no, I thought they had good chemistry.
Gail Ramirez, thank you for the $5 super chat. One day stream Injustice. The story is not that long and has the cast of the Justice League, like Kevin Conroy as Batman and George Newborn as Superman.
Is it a game? Is that what?
Yeah, Injustice, the fighting game.
Oh, Injustice. I'm sorry, you said it so fast, I missed it. Yeah, I would like to do Injustice someday. I think we have it down as a possible what they call it.
Option for a game, a palate cleanser.
The palate cleanser, thank you. Yeah, we have it as an option out there because I have heard it's really, really good, and I played it once and it was fun. But it was just a versus thing, so I like to do the actual game.
Too Much Media, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. So the other night I had a dream about Catherine Zeta-Jones. When I woke up the next morning, I could feel your jealousy. Are you jealous?
Oh, I'm always jealous anytime she's in somebody else's brain.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you or Walter read the new Blues Brothers graphic novel? It's a great companion to the movie.
I think Walter has. He's been talking about it a little bit.
I think he has.
I know he's at least aware of it. I'm not sure if he's read it, but he's definitely talked about it. I'd be shocked if he hasn't at this point.
Mon Man, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm sure you've been asked this, but are you planning on reviewing Markiplier's Iron Lung?
I think I've heard of what that is. I may have seen a trailer or whatever. I usually don't do YouTuber movies or projects unless they're like spectacular, which maybe this could be. So I'll do like maybe animated projects, like Has Been Hotel or like Lackadaisy or something like that. But I usually try not to because there's usually a lot of backstabbing and sort of calling out other YouTubers, and I try to be a little bit more supportive, especially because I am a YouTuber as well. Now, that's not at all to say other people can't. Like, we're putting ourselves out there on the chopping block, especially for critics. Like, we rip stuff down all the time. Our stuff should be given the exact same treatment. It's just something where if nobody was doing that, I probably would. But it seems like every YouTuber does whenever a YouTuber does something. So unless it's like spectacular, really, really good, I want to talk about for like, a positive reason, I usually try to stay away from it. But again, that's not all saying that you can't or other YouTubers can't. That's just kind of my personal thing.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. What movies are you looking forward to this year?
The new Spider-Man, the new Mario movie. I know there's others. Like I said, I need a list in front of me.
Sean, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, we know what you think of the film Watership Down, but did you ever see the late 90s TV series? It picks up from where the film left off, ran for 39 episodes, and John Hurt and Richard Pryor's back episodes are on YouTube and DVD.
Really? I didn't know that. I remember hearing like Netflix did like a series or something like that. I didn't know there was like a TV series, especially with John Hurt back. That's actually really, really cool. All right, I'll try to check it out.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which version of DuckTales do you think has better version of the Beagle Boys?
I have a soft spot for the original. I feel like they're so designed of that era, that comic book era, when the comic was popular and everything, and just the way they talk, and they're kind of Three Stooges ish, and the mother character and everything. I like them a little bit more, but it's close because they're all pretty funny.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. I know that your rest month isn't over. Have you watched The Bear, Jeremiah Johnson, The Sting, or Family Business? Yes.
To give one of the greatest
I do have The
superheroes of
Bear
all time
on the list,
a bad credit card.
but that's one I haven't gotten around to yet, and I do want to see The Sting.
Does not compute.
The others I didn't
Does
have
not
down. I
compute.
doubt I'll be able to get to them because, like I said, there's just so many other things to watch. But those two I do really want to see.
Random guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. In actual Norse mythology, Thor had red hair and a beard, and he has a flying chariot pulled by 2 magic goats and has magic gloves and a belt.
Cool.
Jortendo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, April 15th falls on a Wednesday this year. That's the sinking of the Titanic.
Whatever could you be implying?
Every night in my dreams.
That's, there might be something to that. Let me, that's actually not a bad idea. Let me put that down.
Ice Luigi, thank you for the $7 super chat. Happy New Year, Doug. Would you consider doing an NC review of Planet 51, which stars The Rock? It's quite strange from when looking back on the film.
I haven't seen it. I've gotten recommendations for it before. I think I have it down, but it's kind of lower on the list, you know what I mean? But you're not the only one to recommend it.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. Since the last time one of these streams happened, did you get around to finally watching Violent Night over the holidays? If you did, what are your quick thoughts on the movie?
I didn't. There was actually quite a few Christmas movies I was looking to get to, and I could. I will say this though, for me, I keep celebrating Christmas as long as it keeps snowing. Like the tree is down and the decorations and everything, but if it's snowing out, I'm like, I'll put on a Christmas flick, kind of thing. So I do want to see it. We were gonna watch it one night, and I don't know, something happened where we had to go do something else, but we actually were ready to watch it and then couldn't. So it is one I'm still pretty excited to look over.
Bernsey, thank you for the 500 bits. Spaceballs 2 has wrapped production. When it's released, Mel Brooks will be 101 years old, potentially.
Yeah, that's so crazy to think. I'm excited. Everything I've heard about it sounds pretty good. I really do hope they keep true to the spirit of the original, but they also work in comedy, lampooning the newer movies and the prequels. And man, if they could work time travel into that and like some funny, weird CG effects, like lampooning that would be great. That was always kind of the fan scription idea in my head, but if not, I'm still curious to see what they put together.
JL, thank you for the 5,000 bits. Happy New Year, Doug. Did you see the new Malcolm in the Middle reboot trailer, and thoughts if you did?
Yeah, it looks good. I am one of those people where I like not knowing what happened to him, but if we are going to see it, I'm glad it's with the same team and the same people and everything's looking right. So yeah, no, I'm excited to check it out.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Third Rock from the Sun, how would you rank the 4 main characters? Dick, Sally, Harry, and Tommy.
Probably Sally I like the most. Then Dick, then Tommy, then Harry. Harry's always my least favorite. Sally, he plays it fine. He's just, he's the wild card, and the wild card is always either going to be the best character or the worst character.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Did you hear that Jackass 5 is coming out this summer?
I literally in the stream, I just heard that. I'm very excited for that.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey guys, Doug, can you give us a hint on what this year's theme for March will be? I hope it's Saturday Night Live month where you talk about some of the bad SNL movies.
I haven't had that down, but it's not a bad idea. Because I have gotten ones for that. I think there's enough now that people have requested that. I'm like, yeah, okay, that probably could fill a month. But that's not on there. We got a couple on there. I think it's like a Planet of the Apes month. There's a Avengers month. There's a couple in there if you want to have a hand in picking it. If you become a YouTube member, we are letting them vote, so you can play a part in that.
Adorably Freaky, thank you for the $10 super chat. No clue if you've been asked this, but have you considered reviewing Velocipaster? It's like Joshua and the Promised Land. It's so bad it's good. It's also hilarious, and I recommend checking it out.
Did we do an Amazon watch on that?
We
I feel
did.
like
We
we
did do
saw
a
that.
watch
Yeah,
party on that.
and it was a lot of fun. It is one of those where it's kind of hard to know what to say about it. I mean, I guess I could get some jokes out of it, but when it's something that's obviously meant to be bad, it makes it a little trickier. But yeah, no, there might be something there, but the time might have passed for it. I feel like, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago was kind of the prime time to do it. But you don't know, maybe you'll get a resurgence.
Brady, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi there, Doug. Been writing a novel and just got to 54,000 words.
Cool, congrats. Keep going.
Deshaun, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug, have you checked out Bullets and Blockbusters? It covers unmade films, canceled sequels, original plans for films, and behind the scenes drama.
Cool. No, I haven't. Sounds interesting though.
Jager, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are you a fan / have you seen any comedies by Christopher Guest, such as Spinal Tap, Waiting for Guffman, etc.?
Oh yeah, no, I like a lot of those. It's funny because I'm not a big folk music person, but A Mighty Wind might be my favorite. I just love the characters in that the most, and the songs are surprisingly really catchy. So yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Spawn Freak, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. Hi, Heather. Are we at the point where the villains were misunderstood heroes actually has run its course?
I mean, no more than villains are unredeemable evil people. I think it just goes through peaks and valleys, and yes, you can have people that do it way too much, and then, but I mean, for a while, like, that's a reaction to the fact that we've had so many villains just being evil, redeemable, awful people for so long. So, they'll probably take it, they'll run for a while, and then we'll get tired of that. We'll go back to them, wanting them to be redeemable and everything. I like both. There's not one I prefer more than the other. Obviously, the irredeemable ones are more fun, because they're literally, comical to some extent how evil they are sometimes. But yeah, no, I enjoy them both quite a bit.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Tron Uprising, what do you think of Lance Henriksen's character Tesla? Do you think he's a good villain?
Let me hold on. Tesla, was that his name? I see. It's been a long time since I see. He's all right. Honestly, a lot of the things in the show, I was kind of like, yeah, it's all right. I think I did a Disney December on it. I remember it did get better as it kept going, and I did feel bad when we didn't get the season 2, because it was like, oh, I'm finally invested. I finally want to see where this is all gonna go, and they, pull the plug on it. But yeah, like a lot of Tron stuff, actually. Man, Tron does not have the best luck.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 500 bits. Remember for 2010's Nostalgiaween, when you did your top 11 scariest performances, you should consider doing an updated version for this year's Nostalgiaween, including newer faces like Gladys from Weapons and some you left out like Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction.
There's a lot of lists I could do. Again, like, if I was to do something, maybe I'd do like a post or something like that. Doing a whole entire video on it seems weird, because then I'd have to include ones that I would still have on the list and just go over the exact same reasons again. So I don't know, probably not. But yeah, if I ever did go back and like look at them again and be like, oh, I should update this, like maybe I'll just do a video on its own, like me just talking like this, or I'll do like a post on it.
Retro Schmo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, would you life play the 1992 Genesis game Kid Chameleon? It's like Mario Bros. Meets Dreamscape, choose your own adventure, and never-ending story.
I remember playing it a little bit when I was a kid. I remember liking it. I don't remember like falling in love with it or anything, but it has literally been years. So I don't know. We'll see. There's so many other games I have to play, though, that I feel like people would want to see me play. So it's unlikely, but you never know.
Hippozilla, thank you for that 11-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Hey, Dougie boy, have you considered reviewing Disney's Dinosaur? I know you consider it cringe, but you have reviewed cringe movies before, and apart from the acting, it was well done.
I mean, we're talking about the one where the dinosaurs talk and everything, right? I did Disney December on it. It's not even I find it quote unquote cringe or anything like that. Cringy. I hate saying it's cringe. Say it's cringy. That because cringe is such a great word, and cringy is such a great word. But that's so cringe. Come on, like what are you 5 years old? Like it's cringy. That just sounds so much better to say. But anyway, getting off topic. I can't say I found it cringe. Damn it. But no, I found it more boring than anything else. It was kind of very generic. So I didn't have a passionate love or hatred for it. I do think I would have liked it more if they didn't talk. But even taking that out of it, just kind of where the story goes, it's a very familiar story we've seen a lot. So I don't know. I don't have a passion to talk about. I feel like everything I need to say about it got out in that Disney December, so probably not.
James, thank you for the $5 super chat. Pop quiz, hot shot. What is Grand Moff Tarkin's first name?
Grand. I don't know.
The answer I have been given is Wilhuff. I never would have known that.
It's such a common name.
Right, of course. Drolu, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do you have a favorite movie parody and joke from the Critic TV show?
Man, so many good ones. I mean, my favorite joke is anything involving Orson Welles. I love when they do Orson Welles. But we still quote it as a declaration of love. Or even better, raw. I mean, we quote it all the time. But favorite parody? Maybe. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. Like so many are just popping in my head. But maybe the best one because it kind of happened. He says, "Home Alone 5." It's like we love Kevin Home Alone. He's only 43. Oh! And it's like that happened. We got to more than 5. So yeah, maybe just for how much it predicted the future, you kind of got to give it to that.
The NES rookie, thank you for the $5 super chat, and thank you for specifying that this is a joke. Hey y'all, I've got a sick dog that ate some coins, and your stream is helping me with the stress. I'm monitoring him, but there's no change yet.
Bravo.
Great. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Gargoyles, who do you think is the better villain, Xanatos or Demona?
Man, oh, that's so rough. And they're both Star Trek actors too, so it's so rough. I guess I'll say Demona because she's got a little bit more of a backstory, but man, it's just they're both phenomenal. They're great when they team up, and they're great when they're on their own. They're mostly off on their own, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, they're both so great.
JL, thank you so much for gifting those 5 subs over on Twitch. Appreciate that. Thank you. A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. When I saw you covering the scene in Dennis the Menace where Mr. Wilson kisses the dog's mouth, I immediately thought of the scene where the mayor kisses Mac's butt in The Grinch. So you can imagine how glad I was when I saw that you also thought of that scene and made a joke about it. I guess great minds think alike.
I mean, again, Christmas classic. I mean, I don't know anyone that defends that movie. It's like you watch that scene and you tell me, yeah, no, this is exactly what Dr. Seuss would have wanted.
Radish Beat, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, saw you at Galloping Ghost last year. Your fave college restaurant, Yanqing, is closing this December. I hope you can see it before it goes.
I might just have to do that. Oh my god, that's where I used to eat every day when I was in college. Oh my god, I didn't even know if it was still open, honestly.
But now you have to make a pilgrimage.
So I went back years later. It's just this really nice, when I went there originally as this middle-aged lady there, just all very chipper and everything. And I went back years later and she was a lot older. Her hair was white and everything. And she just says, "Oh yeah, come on. And she just looks at me and says, "Been a long time." And I'm like, oh my God, that is so cool. That's so cool she remembered me. I don't even know if she's still working there, or if she's alive, or whatever. I don't know. It's just one of those things where, oh my god, I do want to go there again. I really want to go there again. So thank you for letting me know that.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather and Mighty Nine, who was your favorite character? That is hard because the Mighty Nine is a pretty stacked cast. I feel like most people go with Jester. I mean, Jester's super fun. I feel like one season hasn't been enough for me to really get to know these characters. Like, I have a feeling Not the Brave is really gonna grow on me. I have a feeling Molly Muck is really gonna grow on me as well. But I guess I'll go with Jester for now. Yeah, I'll go with Jester for now. Retro Schmo, thank you for the $10 super chat. There is speculation that Mr. Muldoon from Jurassic Park didn't die and the Raptors were just playing with him. He took care of them from birth like Owen Grady and he flew out later and might return.
Given the direction these movies are going, it wouldn't surprise me. But then he just shows up for like 5 seconds and they're like, now the movie has to be about cockroaches for reasons. And he'll barely be in it.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. Words can't reach the level of gratitude and appreciation for the sincere and uplifting words of encouragement in the cameo you made for my mom's Christmas gift to me.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for giving to a wonderful cause. Definitely.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Hey, Doug, can you please do a review of Good Burger 2? I heard they're already working on Good Burger 3.
Oh, that's fine. I haven't seen it yet. I do want to see it because I feel like it's got to be a self-aware movie that at this point, I don't know how you could do it wrong. I feel like it could be pretty easy to make it, even if it's bad, you could say that's kind of the point. So, I don't know, I try to get stuff on physical media. That's the thing, because it's trickier to defend yourself if you do get if it does go to court and you have to get illegal software to download, so it just doesn't look good. So if it's on physical media, I might.
Jager, thank you for the $10 super chat. For me, The Simpsons is my comfort show. If you can think of any, are there any moments in The Simpsons that when you watch them, your day gets better? Do It For Her is one of those moments for me.
One of my favorite episodes is the softball episode. It's just a good episode, but I'm not even like a baseball guy, but there's a nice laid back atmosphere to that. Just the jokes all kind of work and are pretty funny. And I remember when I first moved into a house, I moved out of my folks' place. I got a house. The first night I was there, I had a TV in my room. Man, I got TV in my room now, man. I just really felt good. I just had that on and I just fell asleep to it. And it's like just such a nice, cozy memory. So yeah, probably that episode. Not even because it's like the greatest episode or anything, but just because of those other circumstances.
Awesomeness, thank you for the $5 super chat. Love your Brazil video, Doug. Personally, my favorite Terry Gilliam movie is Fear and Loathing. I think it's Depp's best performance as well.
Maybe I'd have to think about what his best is. I mean, it's a great performance for what it is, but it's very cartoony. You know what? It's very cartoony, but he does capture sort of the strength of going from something very silly to something very somber and very deep and very interesting, very well. So, yeah, no, I'd have to think about that. But I love that movie too. That's still one of my favorite movies.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of Wake Up Dead Man? How would you rank it with the other Knives Out movies?
It's good, but my brother saw it too, and we both had the same opinion that it's good, but they are kind of getting less and less as they go. And it still kept my interest. It is one of those where I technically couldn't figure out who it was because the first person they introduce, I'm like, well, they're making it look like this person, so it can't be that person. Because I already did that in the last movie. And then that's what they did. So it's like, I technically didn't get it, but it's like, it's because I thought it was so obvious. But yeah, and a lot of it's very obvious, but it was still entertaining. I want to know how certain details were going to connect. I like that they're weird. I like their weird movies, but the first one's still the best, where the actual mystery is what is the mystery. And I was still engrossed in like the main characters, and they had all this slew of other characters that they didn't pay attention to. I almost feel like these movies are a reaction to that. Like, we want to just do a traditional mystery where there's all these weird odd characters and we focus on them.
James, thank you for the $10 super chat. Doug, watch Hollywood in Vienna 2022, a celebration of Disney classics. It's a concert of Alan Menken's music. It's on this website.
All right. Try to check it out.
Hippozilla, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, if you lost your job and you are desperate for employment, you have 4 options: the IRS, McDonald's, a factory farm, or a sewer cleaner.
I'm going to sound like a dummy. What's a factory farm?
I mean, I would assume it's like, so a factory farm is like one of those giant farms where like you have hundreds of thousands of chickens and like you basically.
Oh, it is. Oh, I honestly, I'd probably do that because at least I'd find out stuff about. I mean, it looks, it does look miserable in many respects, but it's also, I mean, but you find out about different animals and stuff like that. And I don't mind. I used to be a janitor, so I don't mind getting my hands dirty and everything. Yeah, probably that.
JL, thank you so much for those 10,000 bits. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
So kind.
Any new videos coming out with James Rolfe that you are working? Also, why this is so high? I saved up while you were taking a break.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you so much. And we got nothing planned. We still meet up, and sometimes we'll do like appearances. We just did one at well, not just, it was last year, but we do one at Galloping Ghosts, and yeah, we still meet up and hang out every once in a while. But we did so many videos back in the day. Like, it'd have to be something we both equally want to do. And I mean, people forget we did so many. People were starting to go like, geez, can they do something else? Kind of thing. So, we don't necessarily want to relive that. But if there's something we really both equally want to do, we'll do it.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Fun fact about Owl House: while they were trying to figure out a voice for Hootie, Alex Hirsch did the worst possible Mickey Mouse impression he could, just as a joke, but everyone thought it was hilarious and decided to do that voice for Hootie.
Yeah, I'm split on Hootie. That voice specifically. Sometimes it works, sometimes it is a little much. So I go back and forth. But I get why people like him. So yeah, but I'm mixed on him.
Retro Schmo, thank you for the $5 super chat. What do you think of the modern Beavis and Butthead? What episodes or moments stand out in the past 3 years? I like the parkour music video.
I haven't seen enough. I've only seen clips, and the clips I saw are very, very funny. But I haven't seen a full episode or even that movie that came out. So I'd like to. I just don't have Paramount Plus. So yeah, I should probably make an effort to check them out.
James, thank you for the $10 super chat. I brought it up before, but please watch the Tom and Jerry film Fast and the Furry. It was the last one Joe Barbera worked on before he died and is basically the Great Race and has a body count.
Yeah, let me I forget if I still had that on the list. Because again, a lot of people have recommended that. It is one of those things where it's like, well, the past couple Tom and Jerry ones haven't done that great when they came out, but then like again over time they do get some numbers. So yeah, and I've definitely got recommendations for that before. So yeah, I'll try to check it out.
LHRPG, thank you for the $5 super chat. What do we need to do to get a Nostalgia Critic / Decker Shadow crossover? That would be my Batman v Superman.
I'm not sure I know who that is. Let me see. Sometimes I say that, and then when I look them up, I'm like, oh, this person. Of course I know who this person. And you know what? I do know who this person is. I know who this person is because we both had a RoboCop video come out the same day. I remember what I saw. I liked. So yeah, maybe I'll look into it.
Oh, Bro Productions, thank you for the $5 super chat. I work in trade show booth management, and I might need to go to Chicago a few times. What are some good restaurant recs around the McCormick Center?
Around the McCormick, I forget.
The thing
what's
is, McCormick
there.
Place doesn't have a ton right near it, but it's like
Yeah.
kind of walking distance to Chinatown. So if you get in either take a cheap cab or walk the mile to Chinatown, there's
done
a
that.
ton of great restaurants in Chinatown.
I think Le Szechuan is in Chinatown. That's a really great place. And if you don't go there, again, there's just a ton of really wonderful places in Chinatown. That's probably what I recommend. If you're looking for just like staples of Chicago, I mean, Luminati's is great. Pequod's is great. A lot of people like Portillo's, though it is fast food, but it is still really good. So yeah, there's a couple for you.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Disney has a book series called A Twisted Tale, which is a what if twist on their animated films. Have you read them?
I think I've seen the covers of them, but I haven't actually read them.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. You did sequel month twice and Disney remake month. Now it's time for prequel month. You name it. Prometheus, The Thing, 2011, Wonka, Oz, the Great and Powerful.
I feel like there'd be. I was gonna say I feel like there'd be too many, but at the same time, what sequel month? There's not too many. I'd have to think about if I could find the ones I really want to talk about. And some of them might even be covered in one of the theme months that people are voting on. So I have to wait and see.
Hippozilla, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey Doug, have you heard of this college drama called Higher Learning on Apple TV? It's basically Degrassi, but in college.
No, try to check it out.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Marvel recently released the Thor teaser for Avengers Doomsday. Things must be serious if Doom has a god praying for his survival.
Yeah, I really like what they've been doing. I think that's very clever and very simple, just showing what each character, how they're reacting to what's coming. They don't have to do like a big teaser or a big trailer, just these little vignettes are kind of perfect because we already know these characters, and just a little thing that really feels like, oh wow, they're really going through something, and it just rakes up the views so much more too. I mean, just to have several of these instead of like one teaser, one trailer. So no, I think they're very, very clever.
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. Haunted Mansion tone. When the studios make the same mistake, trolls come out to scream and shake their fists in anger, but it's all lies to get a review monetized. Nitpicking pricks come out to criticize.
I like it. Well done.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. I know you're not too excited for Toy Story 5, but it's written and directed by Andrew Stanton, who directed Finding Nemo and WALL-E. I trust him.
All right. Didn't he also do like Shrek 2 and Narnia and stuff like that?
Sure.
I mean, that's pretty good people. All right, then that's the first kind of interesting thing I've heard about it. All right, I guess we'll see.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Fun fact about A New Hope, the boots that Peter Cushing was supposed to wear were too high for him, so the most of filming he wore carpet slippers. It's funny to think that Tarkin is wearing slippers when he orders Alderaan to be destroyed.
The little bunny slippers too. You may fire when fluffy.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey Doug, Happy New Year. How was your holiday?
Good. Yeah, just did the usual stuff. Saw friends, family, ate a whole bunch of bad food, drank a whole bunch of great alcohol. So yeah, it was a good time. Hope yours was good too.
Retro Schmo, thank you for the $10 super chat. I think Cameron was the funniest character in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's funny how his dad and the Ferrari were the catalyst for his growth, and we never see him. Love Ben Stein's boring monotone.
Yeah, we don't, not only do we not see the father, but we don't see how that plays out. And there's just a sense that no matter how bad it gets, he's going to be okay, which I like. I thought that worked out pretty well.
Oh, Bro Productions, thank you for the $10 super chat. Did you see the Adult Swim special, The Elephant? It's a short special from Rebecca Sugar, Penn Ward, Pat McHale, and Ian J.Q., where each animator didn't know what the other was animating.
I have it saved on HBO Max. I haven't watched it yet. I didn't know those were the people involved. I should have put that together by the styles, but that makes me want to see it even more. So yeah, I'll check it out at some point.
Saul, thank you for the $10 super chat. Does it weird you out that DreamWorks makes live-action grown-up movies like American Beauty and Saving Private Ryan? Their very first movie wasn't even animated. It was 1997's The Peacemaker.
I remember that because there was kind of an excitement to see where's this going, this because we hadn't had like a new big studio in a long time. And for a while they had to keep making movies with other studios, but yeah, there was something really cool about that, hoping it kind of go in a different direction. And honestly, the only thing we really got kind of a different direction was the animation. And even then, you could argue that's kind of, again, a variation of Toy Story by going CG. But when you got Shrek in there, it was definitely more like, as they put it, sort of like the Warner Brothers to Disney, where it's like, yeah, they're similar, but they can get away with a little bit more, which is always kind of cool to see.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 500 bits. If you think Lex Luthor was a hater, just wait till James Gunn adds Reverse Flash to the DCU.
Is he really slow? Is that how it works?
AOTV Productions, thank you for the $5 super chat. Taylor Momsen said Jim Carrey always made sure she was safe on Grinch. I think that says a lot since he was miserable in the Grinch makeup.
Yeah, I guess he said he talked with a Navy SEAL about how to be completely covered in all that and not go insane. So so that is really cool. But I almost like to think like he was crack. He's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? I hope you're okay because I'm not okay. I'm not okay." You know, he's almost saying it like a cry for help, and she's just a little kid, like, "Oh, me, wow." But no, I'm sure that was very, very genuine.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Steven Universe, what do you think of Amethyst?
She's fun. You know, again, she's like the wild card, the crazy one, and everything. And yeah, no, she's really cool. She's not like my favorite or anything, but you know, she's a cool character.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. What do you think of An American Beauty? I watched that a lot recently, and I think it still holds up.
The stuff that doesn't hold up was stuff that didn't hold up for me back then too. I know what it's trying to do, and I see it, and I see past a lot of stuff that could be taken different ways, or maybe in a way that's intending or not intending. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I get the basic idea was trying to say and was trying to do. My biggest issue is honestly there's just kind of a pompous, and I'm sure you don't understand any of this, but don't worry, you will. That's just such a we got life figured out. Don't worry, you'll get there. And there's just such a smugness to that I don't like. Yeah, but there's a lot of things in it I do enjoy quite a bit, with both the comedy and the drama with it. Yeah, no, I like it. I still think it works okay. But yeah, there were things even back then I was just like, this is I don't know if this all works.
Gail Ramirez, thank you for the $5 super chat. Why do you think the Avatar movies failed to give their messages, unlike Dances with Wolves and Princess Mononoke succeed with similar themes and messages?
Well, first of all, there's layering. They're actual humans, you know, in those movies. Even though, you know, one is entirely animated, they still feel more human. There's a line I got out in Brad's worst of video. And if I ever talk about Avatar again, I'm just always going to use this phrase because, man, I love this phrase. James Cameron is more focused on making his films look real as opposed to feel real. They always look like they're really there. They never feel like people. They never feel like this is something they're really going through and I'm really on their side because, man, I feel like I'm one of these people. No, it's an obvious message. It's a cartoon. It's a Saturday morning cartoon we've seen a million times. And at least when Dances with Wolves, Ferngully, all that stuff was doing it, it was newer. We still could predict where it was going to go because, again, the stuff was everywhere. But Dances with Wolves, at least for 2/3 of the movie, there's a lot of layering to it. The last chunk, it gets a little cartoony, but even then, they still have some good people, you know, who come in at the end there. But yeah, but there is actual dimension to it where the Avatar movies, there's not. Here's an obvious bad guy. It's us. We suck. Environment good. People bad. And that's usually it. And it's like a Captain Planet episode. You know, and I need more. I personally need more than that.
Mustard Man, thank you for the 500 bits. With Muppets currently on the brain, is it time to do a review revisit of Follow That Bird that takes a more critical look at the film's problems?
Maybe. It's hard to say that film has quote unquote problems, though. I don't know. That was one of the issues when I was watching, and I'm just like, I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I could review it now. In terms of talking about problems it has, that'd be a little tricky. But because there's things I like in that film, that I still remember all these years later. But it is meant for, preschoolers and everything, so it's hard to be that critical. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll look back. I give it like a full actual review.
Retro Schmo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Macaulay Culkin is in Zootopia 2. I just recently learned that he never had a driver's license.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of celebrities in Zootopia 2 that just fly by. Like, there's a scene where like somebody blows a trumpet and this animal flies out. Ah! Like that. Just the scream is The Rock. Like they just have all these random cameos
That's
just
funny.
for fun. So yeah, if you actually could, and I learned it by looking at the credits. I'm like, wait, but who is that? Wait, Macaulay Culkin. Wait, The Rock. Wait, what? Like, it just kept going and going.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. What was the first Miyazaki movie you ever saw, and how did you see it? Mine was Spirited Away, and it was on Turner Classic Movies back in 2006.
Technically, it was Kiki, but I didn't know who Miyazaki was or anything like that. It was just on the Disney Channel, of all things. And I just got up one morning, it was on. I'm like, this looks kind of nice, whatever. And it just immediately, the atmosphere sucked me. And the fact that it was quiet, I was really attracted to animated movies that were quiet and didn't always need to be bright and flashy and trying to keep your attention. And then Rob walked in while I was watching it. It's like, what are you watching? I'm like, I think, Kinky, something like that. I don't know what it's called, but it's not bad. Here, to watch it. And we both really got into it. We were just sucked into how really charming it was. And then I heard that Mononoke was the highest grossing film in Japan before Titanic. So that had me interested. And I started looking up who the director was and everything, and then from there on, the rest is history, as they say.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. In your Disney December Proud Family, one adult joke I'm surprised you didn't bring up was from the There's Something About Renee episode. It's when Oscar says, "Kids, now you'll see why I fell in love with your mom. Baby can blow." How did that get through Disney's censors? Also, what do you think of the ending to the Wedding Bell Blues episode?
I don't know if I remember that. Well, let me. There are so many episodes. Hold on. Proud Family Wedding Bells Blues. See if that rings any bells here. Oh, that was the one where we go into Sugar Mama's backstory, right? Yeah, I think that's how. Or was she getting married again? Oh, I can't remember how this worked. There are so many episodes. I remember being good. I mean, like I said, I don't remember, with the exception of, I guess, the one bad episode everyone agrees was bad, where the babies are older. Everyone, I guess, agrees that's the one bad episode. But I don't remember there being a bad episode. But no, there were a lot of jokes I remember. I was pretty surprised they got away with on there. But yeah, I couldn't include them all.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. Now that you've seen the Proud Family movie and show, do you prefer the more grounded but slightly zany tone of the show or the extremely bonker style of the movie? Personally, I prefer the absurd imagination of the movie, but the lessons and character writing of the show.
Somewhere in between. The ones I remember really liking are the ones that have like kind of a good mix. Like, I remember really liking the Kung Fu episode. Like I said, the cheerleader one was probably the funniest. The one with the duck was really, really funny. And again, got across this very unique lesson that it does definitely have a heavy compromise feel to it. So yeah, somewhere in between there, I think, is where I usually like. The Al Roker stuff, that's another one I couldn't talk about. The Disney December, I was just running out of time. But man, was that crazy. That first episode with him was just so funny and so out there.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Star Trek Next Generation, what is your favorite Riker episode?
The one where he thinks he's going crazy, where he has to act in the play. That one's great. That was so demented and odd and weird, and you're legit going, what is going on? And you know me, I mean, I love stuff like that. Again, look at all that. I mean, I'm gonna love episodes like that.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. If you got the time to do it, will you review A Smiling Friend Season 3 in the future? If not, I'd love to know your thoughts.
Yeah, because like I said, I am gonna go out of town here in a little bit, and I was gonna have that be one of the videos that goes up. So yes, I will do that. I liked it. That's the short end of it. But yeah, I will definitely do a video on that.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for that 55-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate
you.
that. Woohoo! 55 months. This is the awesome with this awesome crew. Also, I told Heather last year, but Doug, my niece Alina, will be a big sister to a baby brother. And also my
nice.
sister and brother-in-law have a name for him. This is part 1 of 2, so I'm assuming we'll
just
hear
wait
the
and
name
see,
in part 2.
But congrats.
Retro Schmo, thank you for the $2 super chat. JL, thank you for 10,000 more bits. Really appreciate that. Last 10,000 to a good new year for Channel Awesome, and curious to how the new year will treat you.
I'm curious too. Hopefully well.
James, thank you for the $5 super chat. Did you see that HBO will be doing a 2-part documentary on Mel Brooks? There is a trailer for it.
No, I haven't seen the trailer yet. It's funny. I got about halfway through his autobiography, which is a lot. And that's when I got hit with the thing, so I couldn't finish it up. But I should return to it. I'm reading autobiographies again. I'm reading Tim Curry's autobiography right now.
Ooh, that's cool. Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, that's one I should probably return to after that because I was enjoying it quite a bit. Big shock. He's a good writer.
Alex Loves Musicals, thank you for the 500 bits for this Disney-cember. Would you consider reviewing the 1956 film Anastasia? It's an excellent motion picture Don Bluth loosely adapted into his animated movie.
I remember hearing about that. I doubt anyone will click on. I haven't seen the movie. I'll say this. I'll try to check it out just to check it out because I am curious about it.
Jays, thank you for the $5 super chat. I have a question. Despite Disney-cember is over, have you ever seen Fish Hooks back in 2010?
No, I haven't ringing a bell. I'm sorry.
James, thank you for the $5 super chat. If you ever decide to cover something VeggieTales, I feel you should cross over with Saberspark. He's the expert on the material.
We talked about doing something before, so maybe that'll be it. Although he had a few ideas. I don't know. I gotta catch up with him actually again and sort of see where we're at with that.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Zootopia 2, what do you think of the scene where Nick and Judy open up about how much they care about each other?
I'm assuming that's the later scene because there's 2 major scenes like during an action sequence where they kind of talk, and one is more them figuring out they don't get along as well as they should. Yeah, okay, this must be the later one. It's funny. I remember liking it, but I remember the first one better, where they're realizing they have stuff they can't really connect on. And maybe because I've seen ones like the where they talk about how much they enjoy each other and stuff more, the reconciling part. But they're still done well. I remember being good. That's a long-winded way of saying it was good.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits, and I made the correction. They had typed Zootopia instead of Zootopia 2, but thank you. What up, JD? Thank you for the 500 bits. Favorite biopic? My top faves are Wolf of Wall Street, Disaster Artist, and American Crime Story. The latter one is available on Hulu. Highly recommend.
Probably Ed Wood. Yeah, even though there's tons of things in that movie that, didn't happen that way. But just the overall message of the movie and idea and enthusiasm and spirit, just everything about it. Like I said, I redid my top 10, 20, I can't remember, favorite movies, and Ed Wood was so low, and I'm like, how was it this low? So it's so funny just as you change and get older. Just now it's like, no, that's got to be like in my top 5. I feel like it just really, really holds a big place in my heart.
Jenny, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, critic, loved that I predicted Dennis the Menace. What is a movie that you reviewed that made you, not the critic, genuinely angry? And if it's Pearl Harbor, what's number 2?
I remember really just one of the most miserable experiences watching a movie was Twilight Breaking Dawn 1. It was just so miserable. And just the idea that like young people were going to watch this and everything and just fawn over it and everything and be like, yeah, I'm learning something from this. It's like, oh, it's just so awful. Just everything about it. It was already dumb. It was a dumb series, but it was kind of fun how dumb it was. And that was just such a miserable experience. But And yeah, I really don't like the Avatar movies. I'm sorry. There's far worse out there. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, just the fact that they're getting longer and longer and more pretentious. It's like, oh man, this is getting rougher and rougher.
Hyperdevil Fangirl Boner, thank you for that 62-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate
you.
that. Disclaimer, this is a joke. You know what would be a good movie for Doug to talk about? The Matrix. It's very symbolic and mean stuff. I don't think he's reviewed it yet. I could go to YouTube to check, but honestly, that sounds exhausting. He should also talk about the sequels at some point too. They suck. Maybe a Matrix month? Hint, hint. Wink, wink.
I like the hint, hint, wink, wink. I don't know why that just so felt like it. You know, some of these, it's like I get why people are saying this is a joke, by the way, but it's like there is a part of me, it's like, maybe it would be a little funny if they didn't say it was a joke.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen Die My Love with Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson? Honestly, it's an example of good performances, but with not good writing and direction.
That's what I heard. I saw the trailer, which was fascinating, and then I never heard of it again until suddenly I heard reviews and people saying, yeah, it's not like they're good, but the movie's not very good. So I probably won't check it out, but at the same time, I do like those two. So maybe if like somebody has it on or something like that, I'll check it out then.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. So get this, a canon Star Wars fact is that one of the stormtroopers that Han and Luke ambushed and stole the suits from was having a secret romantic relationship with Tarkin. Is that canon? I've never
nothing
heard
surprises
that
me
before.
anymore.
Sean, thank you for the $5.
You may blow when ready. Sorry.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Robin Hood, Men in Tights, and favorite scene?
I know Robin Hood Men in Tights is not objectively a good movie. I found out when it came out, it got ripped apart. People really didn't like it. I was a kid, so I loved it. I love Carrie Elways. I love a lot of those actors. When I watch it as an adult, I'm like, no, I get it. I know this technically isn't good, but I just love the zaniness of it. I love how upbeat it is. I love how colorful it is. And I feel like I've just stolen so much of my comedic reactions from Carrie Elways. So, I mean, just based on that alone, I feel like I gotta, give it a lot of credit. So I like it, even though I kind of know it's not good. And my favorite scene, oh man, I don't know. I kind of like the guy coming in at the beginning, just going, I'm in deep shit. I kind of like that bit.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits and No Time to Die. What do you think of Rami Malek? Do you think he's a good villain?
He was good, but I felt he was kind of rushed. They squeezed him in there a little too quick. I thought he was from another movie, another James Bond movie. So that was just my assumption because it was so quick. I'm like, oh, well, this must be, from one of the ones I didn't see. And then it's like, no, this is a brand new villain. I'm like, oh, all right, well, they could have fleshed that out a little bit more, but he played it well. Yeah, it was just a little quick.
Bravo, well done. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Do you prefer the first Fantasia or Fantasia 2000?
Oh, the first one by far. I say by far, but there are some sections in the second one that I do think either come close or even match how good the first one is. I do like there's a little bit more variety in the second one, but yeah, the stuff that doesn't work, I think you can guess what is. The celebrity stuff is stupid. The really lighter ones, like the flamingo one, like I feel like you can see in an episode of Tiny Toons, you know what I mean? But yeah, the Whales is great. Firebird is awesome. And Rhapsody in Blue. So there are some really good ones in there.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. What was it like running into Bargov a few years ago? Did you tell Rob about it?
Yeah, it is Bargo. Thank you so much.
Sorry, there was a V on the end. I didn't know the V was silent.
No, it is. And what's funny is that because he was a college friend, and before you went into his room, there's a sign that just says how to pronounce my last name, and it's spelled out. I thought that was always really funny. That was a really funny introduction to him. No, I just ran into him going for a walk, and it was neat. It just brought me up to speed on what he's been doing and stuff like that. And he looks. about the same. Just little gray. Like me, little gray. Well, okay, he still has hair, but yeah, he was a little grayer and everything. But yeah, no, he still had like the same energy. He was still the same guy, and yeah, no, it was neat catching up with him.
Cody Stop, thank you for the $2 super chat. Talons of Water, thank you for the $20 super chat. Fun
you.
fact, the 4th to 9th Pokemon movies were released by Miramax and Buena Vista Home Video, meaning they could technically qualify for Disney-cember. Love it or hate it, Pokemon does match the spirit of Disney. Wink, wink.
Okay, so the 4th film on. Gotcha. Okay. Maybe that's like the new theme I add. I just do the Pokemon movies, but that's including like the 2 or 3 before Miramax picks it up or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see. I still feel like I'm going to be lost watching it, but maybe not. We'll see.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Question for Heather. In Only Murders, what do you think of Meryl Streep as Loretta? I love her chemistry with Oliver. It's nice to see her in a role where she's mostly just having fun. Yes, I love... She has so much joy that radiates from that role. They have fantastic chemistry. And I just love when two people who are in love in a show or a movie are just two little weirdos being weird together. You know what I mean? And they are just two genuine little weirdos having a joyful time in their lives. And I love it. I think she's great. She's wonderful.
I think we so often see characters in love, they're either too normal or they're kind of, for lack of a better way of putting it, too sexy. You know what I mean? That they're too cool. They're too. So when you see, oh yeah, there are different types of love, and sometimes it can just be weird and odd and quirky and strange, but like that's just so interesting. Like we don't see that as much. So I'm kind of with you. I like when those kind of characters pop up too.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey Doug, if you played scratch off tickets and won big, how would you spend the money?
Well, I always thought what if just out of nowhere I got rich, like crazy rich, kind of thing. And it's really boring. I'd set aside enough so that if I wanted to retire, I would, just enough for that. And then the rest I give to like either a charity or a couple different charities and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm really boring when it comes to that.
I think we're going to have to pick up the pace here.
Got it.
Burnsy, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, do a review of the movie Election 1999.
Maybe. I'll see. There's definitely stuff to talk about.
Ryan Wilkins, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. Welcome back. Appreciate that for 9 months. Down B, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are we still getting the Nostalgia Critic review of Five Nights at Freddy's?
Probably. For any reason, just to get to the second one.
Ice Luigi, thank you for the $7 super chat. To correct you, the guy who directed Shrek is Andrew Adamson, not Andrew Stanton, Finding Nemo.
Thank you. But still, good stuff that he's done.
The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hot take, if Dune 3 is as great as the first... if Dune 3 is as great as the first two movies, I think it could rival the Lord of the Rings trilogy for greatest trilogy of all time.
I'm curious to see where they go with it, because the ending to the last one was a little different. So I'm really, really curious.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. You have said that one of your only problems with Spectacular Spider-Man was the art style, so I was wondering which character do you think had the worst design?
I wasn't... maybe the Goblin. The Goblin just looked too cartoony.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. I will say, when we locked down during the first time, one of the first movies I watched was Whispers of the Heart. I went on a Ghibli movie marathon. What marathon did you do when the world changed?
Oh, I don't know if we did many marathons. Yeah, we just kind of watched our normal stuff. But Whispers of the Heart is a wonderful movie.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat and Kiki's delivery service. What did you think of the scene with Ursula's painting? The music and message really sells it for me. It's my favorite moment.
It's funny. It's a good moment. That's always where I kind of check out a little bit. It's one kind of dull part of the movie, but it's not very long and it is good. It's just always a section where I always my ADD kind of goes crazy there, but it's still a good scene.
Justin, thank you for the $20 super chat. Appreciate that. I refuse to see Avatar and give James Cameron my money, but I remember Spielberg, after not being nominated for Best Director for Jaws, everybody likes a winner, but nobody likes a winner. Hypocritical or nah?
Well, first of all, don't worry about, giving him money. He already has it. Everyone went to see that movie, so I don't think yours is gonna make a big difference. But if you want to see it, go see it. But just know it is the other movies again.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. Did you hear about Boots Riley doing a Mr. Burns movie that is supposed to be a bizarre post-apocalyptic dark comedy? Most bizarre Simpsons adaptation ever?
No, I'll look that up. That sounds really funky.
Peter, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug and Heather, have you guys, hope you guys are doing well. Also, am I the only one who thinks Mr. Wilson in the movie looked like Peter Cullen?
I can see that. Actually, I didn't put that together, but yeah, I can kind of see that. I bet you could do his voice well too.
Hana Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the remake of War of the Roses called The Roses with Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman?
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it's hard not to connect it to the original. And the ending is definitely different, which I like. But
Yeah, the ending was wild.
yeah, it was all right. It was better than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. Considering how much you've talked about them and praised them, which comedic actress do you love more, Catherine O'Hara or Julia Louise-Dreyfus? Sorry.
Man, I guess I'll say Catherine O'Hara because I think she's had more hits than Julia Louis-Dreyfus probably had. But man, it's close.
Fresh Gangsta, thank you for the $2 super chat. KJK, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, I've heard you say a few times that you really liked Moon Knight, but we haven't gotten a Disney December on it. Any chance that'll come next year?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done that yet. I'll try to get around to it.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Star Trek The Next Generation, what do you think of Lore?
Oh, he's great. I mean, anything where you could take a very pure, innocent character and have the same actor play him really evil, that stuff's always fun.
KJK, thank you for the 500 bits. And Has Been Hotel, I know that you liked Vox, but what do you think of Velvet and Valentino?
Oh, they're fun. She still has my favorite line when Charlie says, "So I had to admit I lied to you," and she just goes, "Oh, liar!" I don't know why that just made me laugh so hard.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. One of my favorite episodes from post-Golden Age Simpsons is called Holidays of Future Past. It was originally written as a possible series finale during season 23. It's a great Christmas episode that shows an adult Bart and Lisa with kids of their own. Highly recommend you watch it.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that one. I'll try to look into it.
KJK, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your top 3 war movies?
Paths of Glory. Man, I'd have to think about it. Maybe Apocalypse Now. And All Quiet on the Western Front.
Shouting Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. Did you know that Emmanuel Lubezki, the cinematographer who shot the live-action Cat in the Hat, would later go on to win 3 consecutive Academy Awards for his work on Gravity, Birdman, and The Revenant? How would you compare his work in Cat in the Hat to any of those 3 movies?
Well, it's funny because the director, Bo Welch, used to be a DP, so a cinematographer. So yeah, I'm sure he gave exactly what he was looking for. It looks much more like a Bo Welch movie than his movie, if that makes sense. But that's really cool.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which of Freakazoid's friends do you like more? Max Stew or Cosgrove?
Cosgrove. I love Cosgrove.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Do you like that some shows have left Netflix for YouTube? I can't stand watching the shows with ads, which is why I have premium. Thoughts?
I didn't know that someone did go to YouTube. That's interesting. I guess I have to look more into it because, yeah, I wasn't even aware of that.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Funny you mentioned the first Al Roker episode of The Proud Family because that was my introduction to him. Also, favorite Smiling Friends character.
Well, obviously Daniel the Demon Slayer. No, I really like. Why am I forgetting his name? The red guy, Alan. I love Alan. No, that's funny. That was your intro to Al Roker. What a unique intro to have for him.
The Enigma, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hi, Doug. I'm an aspiring film critic and do reviews on my blog, and you are one of my inspirations of following this path. I'm an admirer of your work. Thank you for all your work.
Yeah, thank you for kind words. I hope it goes well.
Shouting Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you ever gotten to check out Wonka starring Timothée Chalamet? I really love his performance because it shows that he is able to tackle all kinds of roles regardless of the tone and who the movie is made for.
I did. I liked it. He was all right. I didn't care for the girl in the movie. That was the only one I thought was kind of a bad actress. But everyone else I thought did pretty good. The songs were pretty memorable. Yeah, I wasn't like in love with it, but I liked it okay.
Methuselah, thank you for the $5 super chat. You could have gotten your rhyming Dennis the Menace character name from the Genius Garbage Pail Kids. Bad Breath Seth, Deaf Jeff, Slain Wayne, shame.
Well, I missed my window, I guess.
Brady, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen an old black and white movie called Freaks? And if so, one of us. One of us.
Ooba daba, ooba daba. Oh yeah, no, love that movie. How the hell did they do that to her at the end? I love that ending.
Retro Schmo, thank you for the $2 super chat. Did you pop the question or did she?
I mean, me. I mean, we knew, but yeah, I did.
Cody Stop, thank you for the $2 super chat. What do you think of Chris Stuckman's movie?
I haven't seen it. Sorry.
Scrolling. Fresh Gangsta, thank you for the $2 super chat. Please talk about your opinion on Signs.
I did. I had a whole video on it. Whole Nostalgia Critic. Yeah, not a fan. Didn't care for it.
All right, and we did do it with 2 minutes to
Woo,
spare.
all
All right. I wasn't sure for a hot second there, but we did it. Sailor Aaron over on Twitch says, my nephew's name, this is the part 2, will be Matthew Todd.
Oh, that sounds very nice.
Yeah, that does sound very nice. McLevin over on YouTube says, hey Doug, One Piece live action season 2 is coming out in March. Are you ready? Invincible season 4 is also coming out in March. Are you ready?
I'm
Absolutely.
ready. I'm more ready for One Piece because I've seen that. Invincible, I've only seen one season. I guess I've only seen one season of One Piece, but there's only one. Yeah, I haven't watched the commercials or anything because I want to be surprised when I see it because I don't know anything about One Piece and I like the first season so much.
Yeah, I'm excited for those for sure. Balablik Block over on Twitch says, I know this might seem like a weird question, but do you think John Lennon could pull off playing the role of Willy Wonka?
It'd be different. I don't think he'd do it as well as Johnny Depp. No, kidding. As Gene Wilder, but he'd probably be all right.
Jimbo over on YouTube says, what movie do you think is better, Muppets 2011 or Muppets Most Wanted?
2011 is better, but I have a soft spot for Most Wanted because I can tell that's trying to be the Great Muppet Caper of that series, and Muppet Caper is like my favorite one. So, so that one is funnier, but the first one's more of a complete film.
KP, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you had a chance to see the new animated David movie? Do you think these recent Christian films are stepping up their game, especially the animated ones?
It seems like they are. I've heard it's good. Some of the more modern choices I don't know about, but then again, I get it. That's kind of what a lot of these movies do. But I've heard it's decent. But I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say for sure.
Power Gamer over on Twitch says, I rewatched Mary Poppins for the first time in ages last month in honor of Dick Van Dyke's 100th birthday, and I can see why The Walk with Mr. Banks is your favorite movie scene, because it is beautiful.
It is, and we watched it on Thanksgiving, actually. My wife out of nowhere just sort of recommended it. It's like, yeah, we could put it on right now, and everybody's like, I'd be fine with that. It's like, oh, all right, and yeah, we just had an absolute delight watching it. We still love it.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Power Rangers and other Sentai shows left for YouTube.
Oh, gotcha. That'd be why it didn't make my radar. Good to know.
And this will have to be our last one here. Hey, Childish, thank you for the $5 super chat. Longtime fan, first time commenting. Your vids got me through some tough times in college. Thank you for being you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you got through them okay.
Yeah, we're glad to help. And all right, everyone, that is the note we're going to have to end on here. Thank you so, so much, as usual, for being here tonight. As I said at the beginning of stream, this is our only Wednesday Q&A stream this month, okay? But there's still other streams happening, okay? Come back tomorrow on Twitch, where Malcolm's going to be playing more Yakuza Pirates in Hawaii, I think. And then come back on Friday, because Doug will be playing some Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on Friday as well. And then I'm back on Mondays for Poke Mondays, playing some ZA. So come hang out with us. We always appreciate seeing y'all in chat. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we will see y'all later.
Bye-bye!
Bye!